Okay, just quickly going to look at resampling this before we take it into render. So I'm just going to go to the corner there. If we visualize the points, we can see the, how that's divided. Maybe a good idea just to resample this. And if we set this to subdivision curve and then drop this value down, can give ourselves, some nicer curves. Obviously, we're adding a lot of geometry here. We've got 10 million points. It's not a crazy amount, so you can play around and just add a little bit more. Will make quite a bit of difference. There we've got 8 million. Oh, we've got about the same, but we got maybe a bit of a nicer curve there. Okay. So we got that. Before we go into stage, I'm going to make sure I save this, go into the stage context. Okay. And then grab a SOP import and find that out. Trails out. There we go. And then we have our beautiful trails. And then I'm going to make a grid for the ground as well. So let's call this tubes, because they will be tubes. And there's ground like that with a capital G. Cool. And then merge these. And I probably need to bring the ground down a bit. You can see that because some of these points will be going down a little bit. So drop transform and drop that down 0.075. Okay, just to make sure it's not intersecting with the tubes. It's just something to bounce some light off. And let's make a camera. Visualize that and take a look through our camera wherever it is. Click the lock and then we can try to find a cool angle. So I'm going to come here to this moon. Kind of something along those lines. Okay, something like that should be cool. Now we can start rendering this. Let's take a look and go into the camera. Hopefully we should see something. Great. Okay, so we're seeing the camera's automatically rendering those lines as tubes. Okay, so obviously we'll need some lights. So let's drop a light. And we'll use a distant light. Probably need some more intensity. There we go. It's a bit much. So again, this I just see as, make big changes, and this is to make smaller changes. But there, let me just let's get it in the right position first. Try kind of spinning it around. I want it to be kind of backlit. Let's go up like that. We can take a look at this angle as well. There we go, that's cool. Let's do about 3 there. Okay, starting to get some nice shadow. So obviously we need some more light. So I'm just going to drop a dome light. And actually put a karma node at the end. Okay, to make sure our limits, that's all fine. In Mantra, the diffuse limits are set to 0, and I always like to have a diffuse bounce. And we'll drop the sampling down. It's 24. I think that should be fine for the moment. So this dome light I want to bring down. I don't want it to be so bright. 0.5. There we go. So the direction light has, it's kind of like the key light. So let's do some materials. So material library, down inside, principal shader for the tubes. We'll do 2, so tubes and floor. Okay, so for the tubes, it's going to be white. This gets multiplied with anything. So if you know, we've got colors coming in, and if you've got, you know, a kind of a gray color, is going to darken the colors that you've got coming in. So set this to white. The same with the texture if you use a texture as well. So yeah, set that to white, and I'm going to set this to a blue, something like that. Let me take a look, maybe lighten that up a bit. Yeah, like that. Okay, and let's assign those and then play around with those values a bit more. So we're going to assign to geometry, and we need the, yeah, if we split the pane top and bottom, come here, right on scene view, right click, go to Solaris, scene, nope, not that, sorry, Solaris scene graph tree, and what I'm after is this. Okay, so tubes and material VOP will be under stage in material library and tubes. Good. And then do another one for the floor. So material VOP will be floor. Oops, not tubes. Floor. And then grab that ground mesh. Great. So back in here, and then let's see what we want to do. Let's give him some more roughness, I think. Cool, looking good. These lines, that's from the light. Let me see. Oops, don't want that. Drag that down. Is that, see? Okay, a bit more roughness there. That looks good. I think the rest of it can be left at default. Maybe to brighten up these colors or give it some more kind of oomph, we can do that here. There we go. That looks cool. Floor, maybe make that rough as well. Probably doesn't matter really. We're not going to really see it. It's just in case there's some gaps poking through into the, you know, underneath, and it might look a bit weird. Okay, what else do we want to do? Let's take a look at the depth of field. So depth of field, make sure that's turned on there. And then in our camera, oops, we want to set our, where are you? In sampling, focal distance, and then f-stop is, you know, where we'll get some blur. Start raising that up. Try changing the focal distance. Yeah, I think we need to go lower with the number here, not higher. So 5, try 1. There we go. Now we're starting to see some good bits of blur. Take a look at the position there. Let's try, we can try, oh, yeah, I'm not moving the camera. That's lucky. So I want to see my camera, and I hope that we can grab a focus handle. There we go. There's just right click to get that, by the way. Right click, and you can find the right click on there, and oh, it's gone now. Focus handle there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this forward, so I want to focus on that moon. Something like that. Okay, let's go back into the camera. Come back into the lights here. Let's try moving that around a bit. Just go into full screen and let that render out, let it finish, and then we'll see what we've got. This hasn't finished yet, but what we can do is take a snapshot of that, take an image there, okay, and then you can visualize that in your render gallery. Let me just hide that. But I want to make a change, so what we can do is look at the width of these tubes, right? So if we drop a wrangle here and change the P scale, which we have looked at before, which is a very common attribute used for scale. You can could also use width here. I think either one would work. And let's try, very, very low number. 0.01 to start with. Let's see what that does. That's too wide. 0.01. Is that doing anything actually? Let's try restarting it. Maybe it needs to be done in the SOP level. So let's pin this. Okay, go out here and then do it out here. Go, and then FRP scale is okay. There we go. That made a change. Let's do. That's too thin now. It's kind of like hair. Can split the difference. Let me hide this and that. Let's get rid of that. Oops. Might just push this brightness a bit. Let's try 6. Oops. 12. No, it's a bit much. You can see it's kind of burning there. 10. Okay, let's leave it on that. And we could also, where we go to filters and Intel denoising. Let's go there. Let that render out until it finishes. Okay, that's our render all done. So come here and click this plus again, and we got that saved. And then you can, let's get rid of that. Compare the two there. And then I think these will be automatically saved in your project folder. Either that, or you can right click, save frame there, and then save it out wherever you want. And do any compositing you want on top, or play around, use different colors, try some animation as well. That would be cool. But yeah, there you go.